Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So,
So,
how's it going, Evan?
it's going pretty well.
That's good. Are you ready for this bass lesson?
Of course, always ready.
Awesome. Okay. So, have you started anything, or like, where generally are you with bass or reading or anything like that?
Let's see. So, we learned some extra notes on the farther, lower two strings.
Okay.
We started doing like slurred notes.
Okay.
So with the bow and just kind of moving the finger. And that's about how far we've gotten. I mean, I know where lots of the positions are, like D.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good first step. You're doing a lot better than a lot of people. By a lot of people, I mean me. Okay. So awesome. I guess let's start with a scale. Have you done any scales quite yet?
We did D.
Okay, cool.
And kind of G. Yeah.
Okay, well then let's start with G and then we'll move to D. So. Sometimes the spacing for the notes gets a little weird because it's so like far apart. You see when you play like violin and stuff, the notes are very closer together than it is like just one hand position away. So half steps will look a little weird, especially on like F sharp to G. It won't be like right there, because it'll be like quarter tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll be like a little more down. Yeah, like that. Okay. So, I guess we could just take it like really slow. We'll just go out. So,
Okay.
1 and 2 and. Well, you were really good with like reaching your notes a lot faster, so that's really good. So you're getting the hang of the, at least starting with the bass. I feel like the bass is the biggest one to start with. From there, I feel like you're going to do just fine with all the other strings. Cool. So were you told? I know you said you know the other hand positions, but some of the other positions. Let me like turn a little more. I'm sorry. Okay. Some of the other hand positions, like when you say go into D and stuff like that. How about like? Are you told to play like open strings, or are you like when we do D? We're usually told to like press down and hold the note. I was just asking just in case, because I know some people have a preference, some people don't.
I think it depends on the music for the solo
Yeah.
stuff. It tells us to reach over.
Yeah, it really depends on the music. So that's when we have to think in the moment, the note before the shift, how we want to shift. So a big, what's it called? A cardinal rule is never do 1-to-1 or like any other kind of like 4-4-4 over and over. Or shifting with the same finger over and over, because you're going to tire out your arm very quickly.
Okay.
So, like when we're doing D, let's just start D.
Okay.
So we'll do D. and kind of have like this shape now.
Okay.
So we rarely ever use our third finger unless we're doing crazy stuff up there, but I feel like you won't get music that's like, play this sonata all the way up here.
Yeah.
So we usually have like first, second, and fourth.
Okay.
And first and second are good to like shift up and down with whole steps. And second to fourth we like to do half steps with. So if we were going to hold down G on the D string, so we'll do
Oh,
D, E, and then we're going to shift up with our second finger to F sharp. And fourth finger is now down. So that's how we like to think about when we shift our fingers across the fingerboard. Because usually it's fine, especially now with just like lessons, and I know it won't be like, I'm switching to basic performance finger. Then like open strings are good. Just keep in mind if you're teaching other kids that, or if there's like music that requires that, you want to stop you don't want them to have I'm sorry, my words are all over the place. You don't want them to break that cardinal rule of like shifting all the way over like that.
Yeah.
Because that leads to like, they're going to tire up their arm, and they're not going to want to drop the bass, they're going to hurt the bass, and then they get really tired, and then their arm's going to go down, everything starts falling apart. So the big thing is like shifting and things like that, so just keeping in mind when that comes up in music or whatever, things like that. And just how you want your fingers to shift, and like the note value. So like, well, it makes more sense to do this now, but just things like that.
Okay.
I know it's like a lot of tickets, it's just like small little things that I wish I learned when I first started doing bass. Our teacher was like, whatever. So, but I wish I would have learned that, because it would have helped my intonation. Like, now I know where half sharp is instead of guessing. And it helps those the G. It just sounds right.
Okay.
And another thing is when we're, like, well, let's just do D, all the way up to G on the D string.
Okay.
We want to keep our fingers pointed down like this.
Okay.
So like, kind of like we're pressing and pointing down into the fingerboard instead of like outward like this.
Okay.
We want to go perpendicular into the boards of the drill up. That resonates the note more, it brings it out more, and it gives you just like a cleaner pitch.
Okay.
Because then your fingers start shifting and they turn like this. Yeah, but the more you have that general hand position and your fingers are pointed down onto the fingerboard, the notes will come out better, and you get a better sense of like, oh, I can shift here. I have no problem finding that.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll just go slowly up to G from D. So 1 and 2. Yeah, so just like that.
Okay.
So those are just like basic things that I know I wish I was told, and my professor tells me now. When you're in like middle school orchestra, they don't tell you a lot of that.
Oh.
They just start playing an instrument. But getting more into it, we're just like playing pieces, whether you're going to do, the kids are going to do music later in life or not. It helps with their intonation and things like that. It helps them just get a better grasp, especially if they're going to like transition to another instrument or something like that. Whatever the case is, it really helps to just learn like when transitioning, know what fingers to use, don't break that, things like that. Yeah, so those were like basic little rules, just like keep in mind and remember. But let's do a few more skills. Let's do D, because then you said you did D. And then let's start doing A. Yeah. Yeah, then let's do A. But I feel like that will give us better with our little, we didn't start doing more sharps and things until like high school.
Oh.
But I wish shifting and knowing my intervals and spacing. So let's start with D, and then we'll go back down. 1 and 2. I know you have a hang of just like the shaking and stuff, so we'll just do open C. Next. I wasn't watching your elbow a whole lot, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm told just we want to try to like be comfortable when sitting down and playing the bass. But to be too comfortable is when your elbow starts sagging way too low, and then your fingers start getting slanted. So I feel like, yeah, like that. That's good. So you just want like your elbow up like that. Keep in mind, and it's kind of like your elbow goes up, it slides up and down. It's all like pivoting around your wrist. So your wrist kind of stays straight while you go in and out on your elbow. Your elbow will follow naturally. But I just didn't like watch that. I'm trying to like think of things that I know my professor is always like, hey, make sure you do this, or your elbow's way too low. But those are important things to remember because it keeps your hand shape nice and it keeps a good hand shape. Yeah, that's all I would have to say specifically with just like your left hand. Your right hand, I know I'm always guilty of this and I have to fix it. How are you holding it up? That's good. So what you want to try to do is like, your thumb's going to be at like, kind of like a weird angle, but we don't want to like have it way too into the frog. Yeah. Because then our right hand will eventually start getting more tired. So we're going to move it just out of the frog. Yeah. Kind of like in this case. And we're going to like, kind of have it out like that. So it's kind of like pointing towards the frog, but it's not inside of it. But like you have a really good hand shape. Pretty well. Okay. Like that, yeah. So that's perfect. Cool. Yeah. I'm just trying to like cover the basics of like handshakes and things like that. All right. But you're doing really good. Thank you. Yeah. I hope so. No, you're doing great. So actually, instead of doing A, let's jump to E. Because I know E has just the thing with D sharp and stuff, it's the same thing with A, but I feel like just having more sharps gives us more, what's it called, general understanding of like, okay, because I can do this one, I feel like I'm more prepared for this. So that way we don't have to do A, E, blah, blah, blah. We can just do this one like pretty quick, so this will kind of get us across more strings. So let's start with, yeah, 1 and 2. Sorry, yeah, sorry. B. Yeah. C sharp. Nice. And Now, when we do like sharps and stuff across here, we don't want to go way too up there. Kind of want to be like, we want to imagine where we first started. So our handshake will move across all the way, and just right in between that six, because I know I'm always guilty of going like a little too flat on that. So we'll shift back to his first finger on G sharp. And second finger on G. Nice.
Okay.
That's all the basics that I have for just like the intervals and things like that, and just scales, things like that. I would do some scales that have some flats in them. Just the same general concept, as long as you remember like where your hand shape is. First turning bass, I started just trying to memorize where, obviously you need to like memorize like, okay, this is the E string, so this is where F sharp is going to be, G sharp, things like that. But I was just memorizing that instead of thinking in terms of intervals, like, okay, well, I'm going to memorize G sharp instead of thinking, well, G sharp is going to be a whole step from F. And if I know the bass, the distance between like half step and things like that, then G sharp is just going to be bigger. So just knowing that, you'll be fine with scales with flats and things like that too. You don't even have to run through that because you just are just going to think like, okay, well, I know where that general position is located. And if I keep my hand shape across all the strings, then you'll know, okay, well, now I can do F. Because now I'll remember like, things like that. I mean, we know it.
Yeah.
Of course, we know it. But that's just important to just remember. That way you're not kind of like, when you get up to G, you're like, oh, I'm on B flat, and now I'm going to shift to C. You're like, where's C? You'll know. C's right here, because you've already imagined it. And that's just important to start kids off with. That way they'll know, like, okay, well, when I'm reading the music, my muscle memory will tell me, okay, I know where these notes are, etc. Okay. Have you been doing any pieces so far, or like any like small little?
Yeah, a little bit. Or it's a really simple melody.
I don't know where it's like. I never get that melody.
Oh, it's this little unison melody.
This is a. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't play that last time too. Okay, cool. Are there any parts that you are concerned about in particular, without just like?
I don't know. When I'm switching from A to F sharp, I'm always too low,
Okay.
and then I'm too high on the E, because then I adjust for F sharp. Then E is different.
How about you play the first three measures? Or let's just play the first. You play the first line,
Okay.
and then I'll just stop you there, and then I'll just watch how your notes. So whatever tempo feels right to you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
No, you're good. Because you said this is your first bass lesson, so far you're doing good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did good. You hit all those notes. That's good. So your concern in the third part is with A to F sharp. So that's why we started with the handshakes, because if we, like, it'll take time just to like remember like the string names and like, oh, where it all lays across. We're tuned in fourths. So E, A, G, G.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about that is, let me see. So you have F sharp there. For not always gonna be thinking when we're playing music, oh, I'm gonna analyze the score and like what's the
Yeah.
interval from here to there. But a good thing to remember is like, I always remember like, okay, this is E, A, D, G, and I kind of go like the first string I know is F sharp, B, E, A, and I'm like, oh, well, it keeps going up and forth and things like that. So F sharp, a fourth up is going to be the B. So you have the, in the second line. So when you have the B there, what you want to make sure you don't do is change your hand position. So without like thinking about, okay, now I need to shift over to A or whatever, just think, okay, this is all going to be, they're all in the same scale pattern. They're all going to be in the same hand position. So the same, where B is right here, directly across is F sharp. So just like, yeah, so, yeah, exactly like that.
Okay.
So across from B is going to be F sharp. So if you're going from A to B, and you're not changing your hand position, it's a good thing to just remember like, okay, I know where the B is, I'm going to go to A, so I'm going to stay there. You don't have to move your hand or anything, because you can go from 1 to 4. You don't have to shift or anything, it's pretty easy. Just lift your finger up. And then to the F sharp, all you have to do is just move over a string.
Okay.
And then that way you don't have to think, oh shoot, I'm going from A to F sharp, now I have to like rethink where I know and where I have to go. You just have to move your hand over.
Okay.
So like, just knowing, that's why we like going over hand shapes first. It would have helped me a lot more when I was like in middle school doing that, to be like, oh, I don't need to remember where B is and A and forget where everything else is. I just remember, okay, look, directly across from here, they're like shortcuts. Directly across from here, from B is the F, so I know I'm going to go B, A, F. So I don't need to like move my hand so much. So I just like keep that in mind when you're just making those shifts where it's crossing over strings. But if you're doing really good, where else did you say you had concerns?
I don't know, sometimes I lose track of the bowing.
Okay, no, that's fair. Sorry, I should have been asking, does that make sense? Or
Oh yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
okay. If I need to like slow down or anything, just like let me know or anything like that. Yeah, but just understanding what those hand shapes are, and it helps with other things too, like arpeggios and things like that. I know I would be jumping around everywhere when I just need to think, well, across all these strings, because they're conveniently on fourths, all I have to think of is, okay, where's this? Directly across from that is this other note, and then I can use it. They're like little shortcuts that I like to think of, like, okay, I know this is a fifth away. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm going all hands. But that's a good thing to just remember, that way you know, okay, I don't have to think about where my next note is way too much. Then you can just go with the flow of the music, and you're not stressing, you're not losing anything. So by bowings, what do you mean, like, on some of the 8 notes, are you going like down sometimes, or like?
Yeah, sometimes I forget which direction I'm supposed to be going on each note.
Okay, no, that's all good.
And she wanted us to mark those in as like, not placing the bow again.
Okay, like a reset kind of thing, like if you're doing like, that, okay, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes it gets tricky when you have retakes, because you just want to keep going the direction of down, up, and just keep that pattern going. So sometimes it gets tricky when you have to go down, down, up, and blah, blah, blah. So that's fair. But how about you give it a try from, play the measure, play this measure, and then just play on, and then I'll probably like stop you there.
Okay.
over and continuing the melody.
Okay.
So that sounded really good.
So what was that weird thing that happened like there? It sounded really high pitched. Does that just mean I'm using a bow pressure?
It could be a lot of things. I was noticing, sometimes your bow, when you're bowing, tends to go down like that.
Oh.
And that's okay. What we want to try to do, and sitting down, sitting down or standing up, it looks weird because what we want to do is keep our bow perpendicular to the strings. And that's what, we just keep perpendicular and we kind of move up and down, depending on what soft we want it or how loud we want it. But sitting down, it looks weird because when you do it like this, you kind of see like a nice little X kind of shape.
Okay.
But when you're doing that, if you were to stand up and look, you'd be kind of at an angle still.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to try to do is like extend your arm, like your arm like relax and go down, and like just place it over the string.
Mm-hmm.
Just like go back and forth. It's good for like bowing exercises when you have tricky things, whatever, or if you get stuck with some bowings, or if you just want to do nice long notes. But that helps you get a really good tone out of your bass. But like sitting down looks weird because when you do that, it looks slanted, and you think, I don't want that. I want it to be nice and straight like that. But when you do that, it's the opposite. It's just the way that you're looking at the bass because we're off to the side instead of like, I haven't played a lot of violin, but I imagine when it's straight at you, you can see more like, okay, that's better than that.
Yeah.
So that's just what that sound was.
Okay.
And it was going to close to the bridge. So closer we get to the bridge, that's
louder.
more, louder. And we want to use a little more pressure when we're there. That's probably what that was. But it still takes me a while to get my bow shape, or not my bow shape, like line travels up and down sometimes, so it's still taking me a while, so I wouldn't worry about it way too much. You're doing really good.
Okay.
The most important thing is that you just continue on with the melody, which you did, which was really good, instead of stopping. But even if you did that, that's okay, because I know you haven't had like a whole lot of time on the bass or anything, so especially to the instrument, you're like, So, yeah, you're doing really good. It looks like it's all the same until the fifth line, because that's when it looks like it starts changing up a little bit. But I feel like you'll do pretty good with that. Did you want to run through that line?
Oh, no, I think it'll be okay.
Okay, cool. So did you want to play this Opposed Susanna, the whole thing through? Just both of it?
No.
Yeah?
No.
How about just up to the second line? That way you can apply everything. Okay. So, 1 and 2. Is that too fast, or do you want to do it faster or slower?
Maybe a little faster.
1 and 2 and 3 and. I'm sorry, I was kind of like snapping over them a little bit there, my bad. No, you did really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were keeping all that in mind with your bow placement and your hand position, and your elbow wasn't sagging. It's really easy for people to, even when they're first starting, because it's so much to take in like hand position. Don't let your elbow sag, but be relaxed. Make sure it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you were doing a really good job just keeping all those things in mind, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
That was
problem.
fun.
Was there anything else that you were like curious of, or have any questions of?
Not really, no. It's a hard instrument though.
It's a really big instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I really have, for like the first kind of lesson.
All right.
Yeah. If there's anything else that you've ever like, hey, what about this or whatever, then I got you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. You sound really good.
Well, I hope so. Yeah.
You got a really good bass.
Do I?
Yeah, you said you got that from the vault.
Yeah, it's one of the school's bases.
It's a really good bass.
That's good to hear.